tomorrow. But let's talk about the people in your life. Now, don't be surprised if your friends and family all of a sudden they're on your side, but then the tables turn. And what happens is they maybe spy for your abuser. They could do a smear campaign. They might report back all of your activities if you are posting them on social media to your abuser. Your once friendly in laws, all of a sudden, they're not so friendly. They might even turn your children against you. So these are things that could possibly happen and more, unfortunately. They could go ahead and, I don't know what the rights are, but for seeing your children, they might want to see your children. These are things that are good for an attorney, by the way, something of custody issues, visitation, and so on. They might even offer to have a supervised visitation if it escalated to that at their home. I'm going to advise, please don't do this. They might seem like they're very willing to watch your child for you because you have no one to watch your child right now. So just be mindful. These things can happen, and they are have their good heart and so on. They're going to be looking out for that son or daughter as well. They say blood's thicker than water. Mm, this might be one of those moments. And it varies from situation to situation. You might have some situations where parents are totally on your sides, and then you might have some parents that flip flop. You know, they might not believe you, and then they believe you, and then you guys are all friends, and then they try to say, hey, can't you guys get together? Can't you work it out? These are things that can possibly happen, so just know that. And again, this isn't necessarily with an intimate partner. This could be with a friend, coworker setting, that sort of thing too. So just know this can happen. This is called a smear campaign. So this is why maybe lock down your social media. Don't go searching for what your abuser's doing right now. Don't. Just avoid it. It's only going to cause you a lot more stress and heartache. Especially if it seems like they're really moving on. They might already have another person in their life, or they might be kind of sharing that, glorifying that they have another person in their life already. And you're like, wait a minute, it's only been a week. How come they're already dating somebody already? They're already taking them to Disney. This might happen, so just be mindful of that. Lastly, talk to your kids. Let them know that they're not to blame. Many times the kids feel that it's their fault, and your abuser might be telling them, if mom ever leaves, if dad ever leaves, it's your fault. This might happen, and the only reason why I say that is because it happened to me. My middle daughter did confide that her dad was telling her that if mom ever leaves me, it's your fault. And in the mind of a 9-year-old, 10-year-old, that's big, that you can cause, that this person can cause the demise of somebody's relationship. And really, she took it to heart. So just let them know that it's not their fault, they're not to blame, that these are adult issues, and you might not want to say anything about it being unacceptable behavior. You might just want to leave it. If mommy and daddy are having problems right now, and it's not your fault, we still love you. Just kind of reinforcing that they are still loved and that they are still cared for. Even if your abusers actions and behaviors might be saying the total opposite. They might be just being a total jerk or even more abusive to that child. And this is rough stuff. Again, that's probably another video, but I wanted to come on and just share that. Just be mindful of your social media. Be mindful of that family, that maybe you have supervised visits and your mother-in-law or father-in-law says, just have it at our house. Things might go okay for a while. And then you start noticing things. The kids are saying, well, mommy, I don't think you love me that much. Or grandma says that, that you might be causing all the issues. These are things that can happen. They could also turn your kids against you. And whether it's well-meaning, that they don't mean to do this could happen. And I want to give you all the possibilities that I can see and that I've experienced, just so you're aware of that. So you're not like blind. This is a crazy time when you're leaving an abusive situation. It's crazy. It's nuts. Your emotions, and I've mentioned this before, are on a total roller coaster. One day you're riding up high, and the next day it's like you're depressed. It seems like the world is against you. So just be mindful that you're not alone. If you need to contact somebody, I'm here, really and truly. Message me privately. I'm on social media. Throw a message in the comments down below. I'm happy to listen to you, hold space. I don't have the answers for everything. I'm not a licensed counselor. I'm not a therapist or an attorney. I could just tell you what I know, what I've been through, or again, I could totally shut up and just listen to you. So this is Melinda. I'm going to sign off. It's going to be a short one today. Find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Hope When There Was None. There is a Facebook page as well as a Survivors Cafe. If you are somebody that's looking maybe just for a community, private community, it is for women right now. Sorry guys, but you are welcome to join that community. We do have an awesome support system from other women that have been there. They have been through the trenches, through the valley, and they understand. So you could share your story or you could just be quiet. We have a lot of people that are very quiet and they don't always share. That's okay. There's a lot of positivity that goes on there with sharing self-care, different memes and so on. There's a lot of that, and that's fine too, but it's a great community. We do have retreats that's usually at my casa in Northwest Indiana, and it's just a camp out. Not everybody's into roughing it. There are hotels that are local. Just message me if you're interested in that for next year. So we have one coming up in 2023 as well. And we have monthly coffee dates that are in the area within an hour or so of me. So we do meet, and our next one's coming up on October 8th. I'm not going to disclose the location publicly. So if you're interested, if you're a gal that's interested in finding out about that, message me privately. I can give you the location and the time. So this is Melinda. I'm going to sign on off. If you have any questions or have experienced what I was talking about today with those flying monkeys, those spies, the family that all of a sudden seemed really nice and believed you, now turning their back on you, have you experienced that? Comment below. You take care. Please stay safe. Bye. God bless. I had one watching.